Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. Have a look at the map.
Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
She did say that.
I thought she did. I hope you know that it isn't true.
Well, of course you're going to say that.
I swear.
Revelio.
Literally because of the stinging jinx that the other girl put on her. It was not her.
Now here's Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even...
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok.
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak?
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take 8?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the... Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for... She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here.
I assure you, Sharp, you may...
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your...
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my...
Now, to determine which student gets this rather
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him? I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tell prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer. What? Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes on your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir, I'm simply...
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses.
Ah, yes! Mixed with, bubo tuba pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis...
Something is...
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, madam...
Professor, more than one student has... And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You have a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be a void.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a...
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
I spend the entire day in Hogsmeade if I could.
My family headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is...
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth...
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my...
Something seems a little off with the
headmaster. I wonder almost daily why I accepted...
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How...
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might,
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do.
Ah, well, yes.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spent. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapade to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonder... Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley.
A wonderful job. Leeway.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope.
Ahem. Attention, students. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master. Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
Of course I remember it.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure blood.
Close, Master. Scrope.
Obviously.
And, of course...
Oh.
But Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Revelio. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
It's good to see you. Approach the pedestal in the antechamber.
What can I expect to...
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements.
I suspect there will be more to this.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. That must be the pedestal. Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. Best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only... closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance. That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible. See me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Revelio. must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone. Neve's dead.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Neve. May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is. And I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found
the repositories.
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since... Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
Professor, I wanted...
Ah, I suppose that is not an unexpected. It was a simple matter of fate, really. After my experience, I accepted a position with the Japanese Ministry of Magic. I cannot tell you this. A few years into my post, I had the honor of working with Professor
Weasley was a curse breaker for the Ministry.
She was. We coordinated, shall we say, defensive efforts on a particular matter, and were talking one evening about the rigors of our respective positions. She mentioned plans to return to Britain and Hogwarts specifically. I noted I could appreciate her decision. Her description of the school was so enchanting that when she wrote to me a few years later about the open position of flying professor, I was intrigued.
I suppose I can understand wanting to move on from all that you went through with the Tengu.
But that is not at all what happened. I was not moving on. What happened was my reason for coming to Hogwarts.
Then you enjoy being a flying instructor, even after all that...
I do. And not despite all. You would do well to let lessons be just that. I am proud to impart such knowledge upon students.
I'm trying to grow. Oh, drat! I'm not ready for Professor Bin's lecture. Forgot my pillow.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had on the wizard milling industry. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall. Along with the rest of the castle, it was completed in the early Middle Ages. The hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts. Good to see you again. Recovered from that?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of... Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine... Where were we? Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby. Curious students can find him on display here in the bell tower entrance hall. All students introduce themselves to this hero of Hogwarts. Grimbold Weft was responsible for some of the most important work done in the Goblin Rebellion of 1752, such as...
Rebellion.
Oh yes, I see you found...
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from... Standing in eternal and symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights.
Sir Skagglethorpe the Heedless once challenged a mountain troll. These bits of broom are all that's left of a witch called SENİN Wartnobby. Rumour has it
the cheerful countenance nestled among the ranks.
Charm. She was never seen again.
those in single combat, nor by slaying bloodthirsty dragons, but rather in training yards and sculleries.
This is a centuries-old likeness of Pandadar. Fearless mouse hunter and devoted study.
Courage.
Pets. I find that comforting.
Confringo!
Our students often complain about them.
Professor Binns, I found the statue.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Afpuddle's affability was his undoing. So beloved was he that even some... Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins.
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
History does tend to repeat. It is a series of the wise students, such as yourself, will learn from it. History is written by those who do their schoolwork, so they say. Or at least I like it.
How can we do so much and accomplish so little?
Has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix Natty mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix... Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the...
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I simply pretended that someone had used to expel our
Tips in the hat, please.
Not saying I don't cast the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking. You think knowing spells.
New instruments are expensive, you know.
Revelio certainly never revealed the charm of my potions, Professor, back when I was at school.
Revelio. Is everything all right?
Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you for it. It's my dear friend Hazel. Oh, she's in trouble.
Hazel?
Yes. Oh, she's a unicorn. She doesn't like to leave the forest, so I visit her once a week to brush out her mane. Well, the last time I saw her, we were violently... Hazel, loyal friend that she is,
I'm sorry to hear that.
I want to help her, but she seems to have I know you Hogwarts students learn a fair bit about Kate. Perhaps you could find my unicorn.
How did you become so close?
It was luck, truly. I came across her when she was a little golden. Oh, she trusted me straight away. We'd play together for... Oh, I do hope she'll be all right. Unicorn hair is a value. But I'm terrified those poachers will want her for her blood, to keep themselves alive.
I'll keep an eye out for your unicorn friend and take her to safety if I see her.
Oh, you've a good soul. I don't know precisely where she is, but and although I haven't been able to brush her lately, remember, you'll...
I need to look for a unicorn with a beautifully bright coat. Sounds as if she's in trouble. Revelio. I should investigate. Hazel must be here somewhere. Revelio. Come on, Hazel. No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio.
Betting on the Dragon Price was the best decision I've made yet. Some clue why there's such a fuss over the ocean.
Arresto momentum. Do cooperate, won't you?
Şaka bu ya.
Revelio. Now, I'm only trying to help.
Allah. Bir sikeceğim şimdi at gibi senin ha. Talavros bu çocuğu ya. Siktimli salana bak ya. Bu işte amına koydum onun atı ya. Lan değiştir şunu ya. Bunu siktir.
Oh no you don't.
Allah belanı versin ya. Allah'ım kafayı yiyeceğim. Ay amını sikeyim ya böyle oyunun. Ya.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Lan koş. Allah'ım ya. Allah'ın belası orospu çocuğu. Allah'ın belası orospu çocuğu. Belası orospu çocuğu. Seni attım, seni ananı s***. Ya değiştir şunu, bunu sikeceğim şimdi ha. Salak oyun amına koyduğu bunun. Sabır ya, sabır ya. Siktir git. belasını versin ya. Belasını versin ya. Belasını versin böyle oyun ya. Ya bırak şunu!
Difficult, I mean you no harm.
Poloros bu ya. Sikeceğim şimdi. Kıracağım amını siktimin bilgisayarını ya.
Arresto momentum. I can take Hazel back to a vivarium now. I should let Madame Bugbrook know. Blockade. Because the poachers are already here. Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Sendo. Expelliarmus.
What?
Revelio.
Keep looking. You've seen how much a single feather fetches?
Leviosa. Confringo. Confringo. Sendo.
I never
Confringo. Revelio. Leviosa. Confringo. Sendo.
Incendio! Potato! That's the best! Confringo!
Confringo. Revelio. Your poaching days are over.
Things can fry, can't they?
Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio. Phoenix. It almost seems as if it wants me to follow it. I need to find it before the poachers do. Revelio. There it is again. Confringo, Revelio. There's a victory that came none too soon. Levioso, Sendo! Revelio.
Well, it isn't a little hypocrite.
Levioso, Descendo.
Nice skill.
This isn't a
Confringo. Levioso, Confringo.
What have you done?
Levioso.
Bombarda. Lindo. That was for High Wing. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
Revelio. Hello. I'm here to help. I can take you somewhere safe. Let's get you back to the room. Deke's going to be pleased. Revelio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Fringo. Expelliarmus. Bombada. Defendo. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Fringo. Bombada. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Depulso. Revelio.
Nice to see you, my young friend. Revelio.
Madam Bugbrook, I found your unicorn.
Oh, what a relief! Is she all right?
We're both fine, and I have a safe place.
You've a kind heart, you do. I shall miss my sweet pointy pony, but I know she's safer away from the pony. Take good care of Hazel now.
Did you find the phoenix?
Yes, Deke, and I rescued it from the poachers. I have it here. It's safe.
Remarkable! Well, what are you waiting for? Deke cannot wait to... My heavens! What a beauty. You keep it close. Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued. A phoenix is safe now, because of you.
I couldn't have done it.
Deke is grateful. Helping you do such good for so many. Deke will always be here for you when you...
Revelio. Reparo. Revelio.
Can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Jet